All right, thank you, Krista. Well, Easter is a fun opportunity to give something to someone that you love, but one of the most popular gifts that should maybe be reconsidered is rabbits. They are the third most abandoned pet behind dogs and cats. And Easter is an especially rough time for them. So here with some information and things you need to consider before you adopt a rabbit, whether it's for Easter or not, is Bill Velasquez, president of the House of Rabbit Society. Bill, thank you for coming in. And who do we have with you?
This is Bootsy. He's
Bootsy?
he's part of a bonded pair, a male-female pair that actually we work really closely with the city shelter. So we're actually fostering them for the city shelter right now. And we do work with shelters all over the state, including Santa Fe, Las Cruces. There's rabbits are abandoned shortly after Easter. You know, people get them for Easter and they don't realize what they're getting themselves into. And 2 months later, they either take them to the shelter or worse, abandon them, thinking they can go live with the wild rabbits when it's actually a completely different species.
Yeah, it's a domesticated rabbit is something completely different. That's like taking, you know, a dog and thinking, oh, well, it'll be fine with the coyotes.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are European descent rabbits.
Okay.
So they're completely different species. So they live below ground in Europe in warrens, whereas our rabbits live above ground.
Okay, so if someone is wanting to do it, they're dead set on it, regardless of what people say, don't do it. If you are adopting a rabbit, what are some of the fundamental things you need to know before you actually make that commitment?
Well, you need to educate yourself like you would with any pet. Everybody knows about dogs and cats. Not everybody knows about rabbits.
Right.
So we encourage you to get in touch with us or come by the shelter and talk to somebody there and learn what you're getting yourself into. Rabbits live to be 10 years or longer, so it's a long-term commitment. They do require care, and you know, they're very easy to litter train. So like in my house, they live free range in my house, run around and use the litter box like a cat would. So you have to be able to know how to bunny proof your house, because they'll go after electrical cords, they might go after wood. So you just
They're
need to know-
nibblers. They're, you know, you think a dog can chew on something, but a rabbit can really.
Right. They're constantly eating. So they're constantly foraging in the wild. So in your house, it's kind of the same thing. They're constantly looking for something to chew on, something to dig at. That behavior is greatly reduced when we spay and neuter. They're not so hormonal.
Now, is it about the same? Is it, you know, the same process, same cost to spay and neuter? I mean,
it's actually more expensive.
It's more expensive
because they're considered exotics.
Okay,
by the vets, because they don't see them as much as they do dogs and cats. So not every vet will see a rabbit.
Really? Okay.
So it's kind of specialized training. So a spay can run, you know, $200 or more.
Really?
A neuter can run over $100, you know, easily.
And is it, because they're domesticated, is it just as important to get them spayed and neutered? I mean, you know, with cats, sometimes they run. I mean, do these...
Right, it's more important to get them spayed and neutered. And I should add, the shelter spays and neuters before we adopt them out.
Really?
So that, you know, that's included in the adoption fee there. Because they're so hormonal, spaying and neuter reduces the hormone levels, helps with the behavior issues that they sometimes have. And because sometimes if you go to the feed store or a pet store, you don't know if they're very young and they're very hard to sex at that age. You bring 2 home, and the call I get about once or twice a week is, my rabbits just had babies, what do I do now?
Wow.
Okay. And the females are induced ovulators, so they can get pregnant again the same day they give birth. And the babies are sexually mature in 3 to 4 months.
Wow.
So there's a reason for the term, you know, blank like rabbits.
Yeah. Okay.
And so in a matter of, you know, months, you can have 10, 20, 30 rabbits in your home if you're not careful.
Very important to take care of that. So if someone does want to adopt, what is the best way to contact you to set up an adoption, to get the ball rolling, so to speak?
My email address is bill@rabbit.org. They can also go to our website. All our contact information is on there, newmexicohrs.org.
Okay.
Or come by the city shelter. We've got rabbits there all the time, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. So we're working to get that done. Now, of course, they do make great pets, so if you want to do it, we encourage you, but just be educated. And make sure you are committing to it the way you would adopting a dog or a cat.
It's a family member that you're bringing into the house.
Exactly, a family member. Great way to
learn what you're getting yourself into.
Absolutely. Well, we will have links to your website on our website at casa.com. Just head over there for more information.